I ask my associates to attend meetings and take notes. I actually use this as a tool so I can understand how they consume, organize, and present back information over time. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you a few pointers on how to take good notes, and I'm going to do that by walking through a standard meeting notes template. After that, we'll talk about crafting that email for you to either distribute those notes to your team or to send to your manager for review. This is a pretty standard meeting notes template. At the top, you have your logistical components. This includes the meeting topic, attendees, and location. You should be able to pull this information from the meeting invite that's forwarded to you. Immediately after is the agenda. Every meeting must have a purpose, and it's outlined in this section. In this template, there's also a section to outline the additional documents that need to be reviewed before or during the meeting. From there, we move to the actual meeting notes. This is where you'll summarize the main points discussed. At the end is a place to highlight decisions and action items. All action items must have the responsible resource and due date attached. Put these items in chronological order with the most recent due dates at the top. Decisions and action items are the most important. These are the critical elements needed to drive a project forward. So keep listening for those and be sure to include them in your notes. When you first start, don't worry too much about understanding everything that you hear. Write down as much as you can and know that you can always do your own research and follow up with your manager or specific individuals after the meeting. Now that you have your first draft, let's talk about editing and making your notes a little more clear and concise. The first thing to do is break down your notes into logical sections. Don't be long-winded, but use short words and short sentences as much as possible. Insert subheaders to lead the reader from section to section. These act as guideposts and allow the readers to jump to the section that are most important to them. Bullets are one of the best ways to keep things simple and clear. I would use bullets as much as possible when summarizing information. One last tip. Unless you're directed otherwise, list the attendees in alphabetical order. This makes it easier to find names and removes the interpretation that people are listed in order of importance, which, trust me, is a political landmine. Now that everything is organized, let's talk about how to distribute those notes to either your team or to your manager for review. Think of this email as an executive summary. Provide a recap of the items discussed and highlight the immediate action items that are coming due. This may seem redundant, but it will set you apart from a professional standpoint. Remember, always include a short and descriptive subject line. Add a note to reference the meeting notes attached for more details, and always include your signature at the bottom so people can easily find your contact information. Keep in mind, nobody's perfect, and becoming an effective writer is something that you have to work on throughout your career. So ask for candid feedback from your manager or a mentor if you have one. Take their feedback graciously and keep learning and improving from there.